What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, man. And today we got Isiah Thomas speaking on Michael Jordan again, man. And it's no secret, to where things went sour between Zeke and Jordan. For those that don't know, I guess some of the younger people that didn't watch Last Dance or didn't watch the Bad Boys documentary, supposedly there's a few incidents that caused Michael Jordan and Isiah Thomas to have a rift, because from my understanding their relationship was pretty decent in the beginning of Jordan's career. But some people say Jordan feels like Zeke and another player froze him out the All-Star game. And obviously we saw when the Bulls finally got over the hump versus the Detroit Pistons, they didn't shake their hands when they won the series, so that caused a little more tension. As a result of that, it was rumored that Jordan pretty much had Isiah Thomas blackballed from the 92 Dream Team. We all love John Stockton, but in 1992, you mean to tell me Stockton deserved to be on the Dream Team over Isiah Thomas if we're strictly talking about basketball? Not sure I could see it that way. I mean, just a few years prior, Zeke went back to back, so I don't think there was no way you could put John Stockton over him. You know what I'm saying? So that's some of the incidents that led to this. And here we are again, man. He went on the Pivot podcast with Ryan Clark and the boys, and he actually goes a little bit more in depth than I've heard him go on any other platform, speaking about the nature of him and Jordan's relationship when Jordan first entered the league and some of the things he did to make sure Jordan was good in the city of Chicago. Because as we all know, it gets real hectic out there in those streets at times, man. So check out what Isiah had to say, and I'll be back.
I was upset of watching a documentary of a guy being an asshole to everybody, but then called me an asshole, and I ain't been nothing but nice to this dude. Now, this real talk. Go back and document it. You can go back on the west side of Chicago. I ain't talking about Michigan Avenue where they used to kick me off for shining shoes. I couldn't shine shoes on Michigan Avenue. I couldn't shine shoes on Rush Street. They kicked me out of there. On the west side of Chicago, that's where I'm from, okay? Now, on the west side of Chicago, when Michael Jordan got to Chicago, I made it real easy for him to walk those streets on the west side of Chicago. My family took care of him. My sister and his brother hung out as friends. My little nephew lived with Michael Jordan. Wow. I'm gonna say this again. My little nephew lived with Michael Jordan. Now, I'm being extremely good to this dude. I'm calling his house during this period of time. So all this, Isiah was an ass. No, dude, I was looking out for you. Now, when we played, right, you ain't seen me hit Michael Jordan. As a matter of fact, you ain't seen me hit nobody. Lambeer and Mahorn would hit somebody, and what they would do? They would come hit me or say Isiah hit. I said, no. Fight. That's the dude who hit you. Fight him. Right. Oh, well, you told him to hit me. So then they want to fight me. Okay, well, I know how to fight. So I ain't backing down. We can do that, right?
So, whoa, man. We just heard from Zeke, that he was making sure Jordan was good, which, he's pretty much insinuating when he touched down in the town, that he made calls to make sure nothing happened to this dude. Now, we can't verify nor deny that, but it seems valid because there's people that he's mentioning that you can literally go ask about these things, So a lot of people feel like Isiah is salty about Jordan coming and taking over Chicago. Again, we can't confirm nor deny that, but I didn't really see it that way. I think this is just more so competitive fires that got out of control pretty much, because they haven't really done anything to each other to still hate each other at this point. I mean, competition you could have that little bit of, whatever that is still left over with somebody you competed against, but I feel like what Zeke's saying may be valid, man, because if he's saying his nephew stayed with Jordan, his nephew stayed with Jordan. But the way he said it, kind of made it sound like he was there to be some form of protection for MJ when he first got out there, or to pretty much, how do I want to say this? Like, if they see MJ with him, then the wrong people won't won't run down on MJ. And I mean, if he did that, I think that's very commendable, because in a city like that, Jordan could, go down the wrong street, end up in the wrong alley, end up in the wrong, end up on the wrong side of the town, and things can happen to him. So I look at this more as a competitive, more of a competitive beef, not nothing more. Now the Pistons, they fouled MJ hard. I could see him feeling some sort of way about that, but y'all got on top. They ain't shake your hand, whatever. You was in your 20s then, or let me see. MJ was he came out in 84. So when he finally beat the Pistons, he might have been, and he was in his late 20s by then. So, looking at it now, you in your 50s, man. I think it's time to bury this if it's something you both are ready to move past. You would hear Zeke give it up for MJ during his live broadcast when he was into commentary. He would say MJ is the best he's seen and all that. Recently, he's changed that stance to LeBron James, and I'm not sure if he 100% feels like LeBron is better than Jordan, or if he's kind of forced to say that now, because he can't give MJ props because of the way MJ talks about him. It ain't but so long you gonna keep praising this dude if y'all aren't seeing eye to eye. So, man, and for the record, I feel like Jordan is the best player to ever play. But I mean, that's just my era. People can make arguments for every era and rule changes and different situations, that these players are in, because somebody could say Kareem, somebody can say LeBron, somebody before then could say, Will. So, I mean, it's a lot of people that you could say is the best player you ever seen. I mean, that doesn't take away from what the next man sees, but, yeah, man, I thought that was interesting. Isiah shared that. He went more in depth than he ever did, and I want to know what you guys think in the comments about this. Do you feel like Isiah's capping, or do you feel like, he is just giving us some legit history? Hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace out.